Welcome to the Lisa Eve Show. I am Lisa Eve. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you are listening to this on some other platform, you can join me live on YouTube every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are watching on Spotify, then you can join me live on YouTube by typing the Lisa Eve Show on YouTube and clicking the subscribe button, and then just be here at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm feeling a little out of place right now because I don't have any of my little chopsticks. 1 second. Feeling out of sorts. A little lost, a little confused. How will I be distracted if I can't put the chopstick on my lips? Oh, I can't see any of them right now. How am I gonna manage? How am I gonna manage today? Okay, well, let's just focus, shall we? Oh, let me get my TV out of the view. Oh, I have it. Let's just twist a little bit so we can. There we go. No TV again. God, please guide. I will, not my will, God. Hello, everybody. My neck feels naked. I'm not wearing anything there today. Well, I mean, right now. Of course, after the show, I could put something on if I wanted to. I don't really know what to talk about today, guys. As per usual, I never come here with a topic. Let's just say I don't know what God is going to be wanting me to talk about today. That would be far more accurate. Well, just going to settle in. Which seems to be all that God really ever asks me to do is like to settle in. I don't like this. This is not one of my favorite tops, but as you guys know, like, I don't have a very extensive wardrobe. My wardrobe is very small. So as of this moment, you guys still see me wearing the same things over and over. I know that will change, but for now, this is what we've got. Okay. God wants me to settle in. And receive. God, please make my month. God, please make June my month of receiving. Please put me into total and complete alignment. Oh, God is telling me to get to complete surrender, like right off the bat. Okay, here we go. For me, complete surrender is being on my knees and my hands, which you guys can't see. So you're just gonna have to know that I'm doing it. I have to be in complete surrender the entire month of June, like getting washed away. Let me back up a little bit so you guys can see me a little bit. I have to be in complete surrender the entire month of June, like allowing myself to be a piece of driftwood drifting in a lake or down a river. And sometimes it will be like the raging rapids, but I have to know that I'm safe and protected, and sometimes it will be like a still pond where I'm just gently bobbing. Okay, God, I surrender the entire month of June. I surrender, God, the entire month of June, God, and I will hold on to you, God. I will hold on to you as my stabilizer, God. You being my stabilizer, God, I will hold on to you the entire month of June, God. I surrender to everything that you have for me this month, God. I surrender, I receive. God, I am an open channel for your receiving, God. Please put me into total and complete alignment with receiving every single thing that you have for me in the month of June, God. I receive graciously, gratefully, God, everything that you have for me in the month of June. God, please keep me open, God. Please help me to release any emotions that arise in respect to all the blessings that you have for me in the month of June, God. God, please help me to know that I am safe and that I am protected in the month of June, God. I ask for your blessings in the month of June, God. I ask that you bless me with peace and tranquility, and that I am always in tune and tapped into my emotions, God. And that I remember you the entire month of June, God. That I don't forget you, God, and get carried away in the month of June, God. God, please keep me in alignment with your will, God, the entire month of June, God. I ask that you be my stabilizer in the month of June, and that I receive deeply, that I breathe deeply in the month of June, God. I ask that I breathe deeply in the month of June, taking full breaths, full inhales, full pauses, and full exhales, God. Breathing in everything that you have for me, God, and releasing everything that no longer serves me, God. I ask that you be my stabilizer in the month of June, God, and that I receive every single blessing joyfully and gratefully that you have for me, God. And if I do not receive a blessing joyfully and gratefully, God, that I remember to be joyful and grateful for it, God. I ask that you be my stabilizer, God. I ask that you be my stabilizer. Thank you, God. That felt necessary. Oh gosh, I can get up. Woo! I'm sorry, guys. Oh my god, guys. This is not on purpose, I promise. I don't like wearing these kinds of tops, to be honest with you. Like, I just don't. They just make me feel very uncomfortable. But for now, again, this is what we've got. For those of you who can't see, I'm wearing like this. I don't even know what to call it, but it's like, it's V-neck. It's not a V-neck, but that's what we'll call it. It's more like a wrap, but it creates like a V-neck effect, and it's like showing a lot, and I don't want it to. Okay. Hello again. I really like this hair. I like the way my hair is laying flat. It's like, it's so nice. Like, I don't have to do anything to it at all. I took off my hair bonnet, and that was good. I took off my hair bonnet, and like, it's done. There's nothing for me to do. Look, guys. There's literally absolutely nothing for me to do at all. Nothing. Nothing at all. For those of you who cannot see, my hair is just twisted and it's flat to my head. It's very flat to my head and it's twisted. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's super simple hairstyle, but man, like, I feel really good. I wake up and I feel like I look cute. So, and I do not plan to do the style where I take it out because that did not look cute the last time we did it at all. And now I'm I'm not trusting it. I think my hair needs to be longer before that happens. And yeah, you guys can still hear that my voice sounds a little funny. My voice does sound a little funny still. So whatever I'm experiencing, whatever I'm going through is still working its way through or out. I don't know how to say it. Um, Something I do want to tell you guys is that I'm feeling really loved by God right now. Like, I have been taking this journey with God. I have been taking this journey with God. Well, we know I've been at least being completely, mostly obedient to God for at least 30-some days, because that's how long I've been doing the show. But before I was doing the show, I was writing my book, and I don't know how long I've been doing that. Let's just roughly estimate that I've been on this prioritizing God walk for 3 months. Okay, let's just say that. And over time, God has been building my faith, building my trust, and working through me. Okay, and I would say that I'm truly starting to get that I can rest in God yesterday, because things are being different in this reality that I'm in now. The way things used to be in this reality, they're not that way anymore. And it's so blatant. It's just, things are just being different. And they look like, on the surface, it looks the same. But, sorry guys. I was going to try to save you from that sound, but it came too quickly. But like, on the surface, it looks the same. But it's like inner workings are being different. And it keeps catching me off guard, but in really beautiful ways. Because I know that in the old realities, these things would not be the way that they are now. Like, it just, like, what? No. Um, so I keep being caught off guard in just the most beautiful ways with these differences of this new space that I'm in, this space of heaven. Like, I can't say that, like, I am reaching the full, I don't even know how to talk about this. I don't even know what language makes sense to use, but let me try. I'm not saying I'm in like the full throes of heaven, but I know that I'm in heaven. And I believe that I get to access more heaven depending on my state of being, my vibration, right? So I know I'm in heaven now. The thing is, it's up to me to just really like be like, I'm gonna use the word like overtaken by heaven. And I think that's up to me and my vibration and my frequency and my choices. But what I'm saying is, like, in whatever process of heaven I'm in right now, it's different. And I'm really feeling God's love. And I'm starting to feel like God is not a God of lack. And I know that that's completely and utterly the truth, but I'm starting to feel it in my own life. Like, it's one thing to have a concept of something, but it's a completely different experience to have the feeling and that personal experience with it. My nose is doing that thing where it's like tickling. It's like, you know those little floaties that happen in the air? It's like those little floaties are like tickling my nose, and I wanted to stop because I don't, but it's like, it's so like intense. So it's like, I have to do this, but I don't want to. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Um, right, so having that experience of it in my life is just like this beautiful and like magical thing. And yesterday for me was just such a day of flow and beauty. And I just, I don't know, I'm just feeling so loved by God. Like, I'm really starting to feel that, like, God's got me. And it's a really interesting experience because I haven't really had that experience of anyone having me or like having my back, you know? That's not true. I have had that experience. I did have that experience. I got a glimpse of it. I got a glimpse of it with the guy that I talked about yesterday. But I'm starting to get that feeling of like what it's like when like God has your back. And it's like all encompassing. And that's just a new experience for me because as I said, like I knew God wanted me to touch these today. God, you are such a little promoter of my book. And I know that, God, this book is not about me. I know this book is about your children, but that's what this book is about, is like when like almost nobody has your back. I'm going to say like 99.9% of the people don't have your back. That's what this book is about. And you could say, this book is about having your own back and learning that God has your back. Dang, we could basically say it that way. God, you're good. I see what you just did there. Yeah. This book is about being unprotected or feeling that way, perceiving yourself to be unprotected. And this book is about not only learning and realizing that you've always been protected, but you protecting yourself, right? And receiving protection. So it's about protection inside and protection outside. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see what you did there, God. God is like my number one cheerleader too. So I was definitely not going to talk about the second book. I was just going to drop it. Like, surprise. God's like, no, we're going to talk about it now. Okay, good. So, like, I'm feeling God having my back. And God is, like, communicating with me and, like, sending me all these beautiful signs. And God is just telling me, like, everything that I've ever been through is going to be compensated for. Recompense, I will receive. Retribution, I will receive. By the way, let me tell you guys the definition of retribution, because God told me that I was going to get retribution. And I'm like, God, that's not good. That's punishment. So I had to look it up in the 1828 dictionary. And the reason that I have this dictionary is because a lot of the words in the English language definitions have changed after 1828. So some of those words are the exact opposite of their original meaning. So when we're using these words, we're actually meaning the opposite of what we're saying. So anyways, in the 1828 dictionary, sorry, let's see if I can get that for you guys. I'm gonna master this one day. You guys watch. Oh my God. I had it a little bit. I had so close. I was so close. Okay. I'm so close. Okay. Well, you know what, guys? I'm trying. I had it for like a half second, but then I tried to perfect it and it didn't go well. There we go. Retribution. 1828 dictionary. Repayment. Return accommodated to the action, comma, reward, compensation. There. That was like so intense. In good offices and due retributions, we may not be pinching. Ooh, I'm not going to read the rest of that. A gratuity or present given for services in place of a salary. 3, the distribution of rewards and punishments at the general judgment. So if you notice, this definition, the definition of retribution, is originally mostly a positive thing to receive. So when I looked up in digital, I was like, oh God, or you're going to reward me. Thank you, God, because my familiarity with the word retribution is about like getting paid back, but in the negative way. Let's see here. Exactly. Look at Google. Look at Google. Let me see if I can get this to kind of show. Twist it. And then twist this way. Punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act. That is the flip of the word retribution, okay? You guys should get yourself an 1828 dictionary and look up the proper definition of words. I want to buy a solid, like in hand paper book, dictionary, 1828 dictionary, but I have yet to do so. I would love to teach my children words from this book, not modern language, because just know that some of the words, yeah, look, revenge is the next word after retribution is revenge. So when God told me that I will be getting retribution for everything in my life, I'm like, oh, God, you're gonna punish me? And I'm like, no, that doesn't, wait, pause. Let me look it up in the 1828 dictionary. And it says reward, compensation, repayment. And I'm like, okay, God, thank you, because I was really concerned. So that was a little tangent, but God, if you get an 1828 dictionary or before, leave it in the comments. I need to know. I need to know if people, you will be so shocked. You will be so shocked. Here's another example. Let me tell you another example, okay? Let me tell you another example. Okay, let me see. So, I was having a conversation with the person that I was telling you guys about before, and he mentioned the word complication in regards to something that felt very sensitive and close to me. He said he sees it as a complication. And I'm like, wait, what? You see that as a complication? And like, I started feeling like my inner world, like, just suddenly very confused. And I'm like, if you see this as a complication, like, I'm really confused. I don't understand how things are gonna like work out between us. And like he was confused as to my response. I believe it was he said he saw my children as a complication. And I was like, because I know that my person would never feel that way. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, how can you see them as a complication? Like, they're wonderful. You think they're wonderful. Like, what is happening? Are we having a miscommunication? Do you know what that word means? And he's like, do you know what that word means? And I'm like, maybe not. So he looked up the word complication and he read the meaning to me. And I'm like, that's not the definition of complication that I know. Let me tell you my learning of the word complication. Complication. Where is it? Where is it? I want you guys to, okay. A circumstance that complicates something, a difficulty. Guys, please don't pay attention to my nails. I was doing my son's hair last night And oh my god, I have to wash my fingers. Okay, yeah, I was like taking my son's locks out last night, and they were really dirty on the inside. So, and then I went straight to bed. So don't judge me. Okay. A complication is a circumstance that complicates something, a difficulty. The second definition is a secondary disease or condition aggravating an already existing one. Now, let me show you the definition of complication in the way that he was the only definition that he knew about. Let me try to get this twisted right. No, wrong way, wrong way. Complication. The act of interweaving or involving two or more things or parts. The state of being interwoven, involved, or intimately blended. So he was talking about blending us together. That was his meaning. And I only know the meaning that means for things to be, I don't even remember a circumstance that complicates something, a difficulty. He was talking about something beautiful, intricate parts being woven together, blended together. And he was talking about it being a type of artistry, mastery. And he was giving the example of a watch, how a watchmaker, I can't use the word in a definition, in a sentence, because I'm so unfamiliar with this definition of, let's see here, the notions of a confused knowledge are always full of perplexity and complications that are to be intimately blended. The second definition here is the integral, consisting of many things involved or interwoven or mutually united. By admitting a complication of ideas, the mind is bewildered. So he and I both learned that day that we should check the 1828 dictionary when there's a confusion. He only knows that definition of complication. He doesn't know the difficulty or difficult or complicated definition. And my brain was just like so confused. And he was confused as to why I was like, confused. And so he learned of the other definition and I learned of the other one too. And he was speaking of beauty and mastery and craftsmanship and artistry, and I'm thinking, that hurts. What are you saying? So guys, please just get yourself an 1828 dictionary. How much are they? And it's just random, but it's my live broadcast. I can do whatever I want to do. Let's see how much one costs. By the way, it can be before 1828. It just, that's the line, that's the divide. If it's after 1828, it's most likely to have the new definitions. Like, okay, so I'm seeing one for $39. I'm literally gonna get my children their own one, their own dictionary before 1828. Like, this is not okay with me. It is not okay to shift and change these words around like that. Oof, there's one for $67.45. Guys, do you see how expensive it is to like? There's the cheapest I'm seeing is $39. You can get the Kindle version for $14.99, but like you can get an app. I paid like I think $4 for the app version, so I don't know why you need a Kindle. Yeah. Oh no, I paid $7, I guess. Wait a minute. Oh, there's an introduction here for $10. That's not helpful. Wow. Okay, so maybe they're not gonna get their own copy. Okay, so yeah, if you can invest in either the app or the Kindle version or get the physical version. I want to get a physical copy in my house though, because I want my children to know the real definition, not this new topsy turvy, flippy floppy, everything is the opposite of what it is version of the words of the English language. So that was just a little tangent. I didn't mean to take you guys down there, down that path. But yeah, it's important to know the true meaning of words. I reference my 1820 dictionary all the time, all the time, all the time. And I look forward to getting to a position where I can buy each of my children their very own copy of the 1828 Webster's dictionary, or before. So, yeah. Oh, look, that's all the time we have for today. Did we finish talking about what I meant to talk about? Really? Okay, I was saying that I feel God's love, and I do. I'm just feeling God like moving in my life, and it is a new experience, and just like kind of like be aware that someone like just unequivocally has your back, no matter what. And so I just wanted to share that, guys, with you today. And if there was something else that I forgot to say, I'm sorry because I got distracted and on this word tangent. Okay, I will see Saturday. Okay, so guys, I will let you know that for tomorrow's Sunday show, for tomorrow's Sunday show, we are going to continue to put our elephants together, but with instructions this time. I found the instructions, so join us tomorrow, Sunday. It might not be live. I hope it's not live. I hope I pre-record that today. But either way, me and my youngest will be doing the Sunday show, and we'll be putting an elephant that we already painted